Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to carry out the ideal gas law experiment. So for this experiment, we are going to use 15 milliliter bottle and plastic tubing. This is the bottle, the 15 milliliters bottle, and this is the plastic tubing. 25 milliliters graduated cylinder, 250 milliliters beaker, and baking soda, which is sodium bicarbonate. Put it away. And vinegar. Any vinegar can do it. I have white vinegar. So we have to first we have to prepare our 2.5 solution of vinegar, right? What does it mean? We put 20 milliliters of water in this graduated cylinder. Then we put it, make sure it's exactly 20 milliliters in the graduated cylinder, and transfer that to specimen cup. Next, you measure 20 milliliters of vinegar in the same graduated cylinder and transfer it to the 20 milliliter of water that is already in the specimen cup. Then close the specimen cup, put it aside, and now we are moving to the setup to collect the carbon dioxide. So now we start by filling up the beaker of water. This is the 200 milliliters beaker. I suggest not to fill it up to the top as the experiment said. So we're gonna fill it up to let's say about 190 milliliters or 180 milliliters, because we don't want the overflow. Then we fill up the graduated cylinder, 25 milliliters graduated cylinder, to the top. Okay, I already did. It's filled to the top. Make sure you have paper towel to clean in case of you spill. And now I have this tubing, so I'm gonna open this bottle, small bottle, or the dropper bottle. I'm going to connect this plastic tubing to the bottle from the top. Okay, make sure you secure it very well and remove that cup. The cup will come out like this. So it was this way, and after you secure the tube, it will come out, the cup will come out, okay? And now, what I'm going to do, this is the difficult step. What I'm going to do, I tried it, I believe this will work much better. So I'm going to coil the, let me get some paper towel here. I'm going to coil the tube, the plastic tube, inside the beaker. So that's how I'm going to do it. And make sure that the other end of the plastic tubing is underwater, and the end that goes into the bottle is outside. Okay, again, make sure you coil it inside the beaker. While I'm doing this, I'll show you why, because it's easier to put the graduate cylinder on the top. So I'm gonna push it with my finger here, okay, and make sure it is under water. Now I have my graduated cylinder full with water. I'm gonna put plastic wrap on the top of it like this. Make sure I secure it, okay, so there is no, when I invert the graduate cylinder, though, it will not spill on me. Okay, make sure you do it very quickly. and remove the plastic wrap while once the graduate cylinder inside water. Keep it submerged, otherwise you will lose your water. So I use my finger. This is just water. There's nothing inside. And make sure you have always paper towel handy. Make sure your computer is away from you so you don't make a mess. Okay, you know, plastic wrap is hard to remove when it's stuck. Okay, so this is wet. Put it aside, somewhere aside. Okay, and dry your hand. So what I'm going to do now is, you can see here the tube, the other end of the tube inside the plastic, the beaker. So what I'm going to do, while the graduate cylinder is still inside the water, and I'm going to put the graduate cylinder on the top of that plastic tube. Okay, without taking out the graduate cylinder, because once you take it out, you lose the water. Okay, now as you can see, the plastic tubing is exactly inside the graduated cylinder. See that? Okay, and make sure that again your plastic tubing is on the top of the paper towel in case of it starts spilling. Okay, here is my setup. This is my setup, and I can see that my I have one air bubble, and it's not even probably 1 milliliter, right? Yeah, it's not. So I'm going to keep it this way. So now here is my plastic bottle. So I already ran one of the experiment just to try it, and I'm going to rinse it. I'm going to rinse it with, you know, water. Oops, spill a little bit. It's okay, but just be careful. So that's why you need paper towel handy. And make sure your electronics are away from you. Okay, now I already weighed my 0.1 baking soda. This is 0.1 baking soda. It's really, really small amount. See, that's what it is. Okay, so, and I'm going to transfer the baking soda inside the plastic bottle. Is really small, but you know, you can twist it this way so it can go in. Make sure you have it all going inside. Okay. And now I'm going to put, I chose 2 milliliters. Okay, you start, the experiment said that you start with 1 milliliter. Let's start with 1 milliliter, okay? If you look at your plastic pipette or dropper pipe, disposal pipette, it's graduated, so it starts with, from the stem, you can read, I could read 1 milliliters. Yep, I could read 1 milliliters, 2 milliliters, and 3 milliliters, okay? So it is graduated, and you can read the marks, right? So I'm going to take 1 milliliters. Okay, I took more than one, so okay, here 1 milliliters, and immediately put it in the bottle. That's the acetic acid, okay, vinegar. So I can hear the bubbles starting, and quickly I put the other end, and you can see the bubbles start forming, right? See that? Start forming into the cylinder. Okay, and you can see that the gas is pushing the water outside of the cylinder. I can just give it a shake a little bit. Okay, until the reaction ended. Okay, make sure that I mix my 1 milliliters of vinegar with the baking soda until the reaction stops. Okay, it's gonna stop at a certain point. Of course, when the limiting reagent is done, it will stop. Okay, I think it's done here. There's no more bubbles, and I can measure my volume, which is 4.5. So now I can record my volume, which is 4.5 milliliters. That's 4.5. And initially, I ignored the volume of that one air bubble inside because it was not significant. So in my report sheet, I will put initial volume equals 0 milliliters, and the final volume is actually more because the last bubbles maybe. So it is actually 5.5 milliliters. Okay, and that's how we do this experiment. After we need to collect at least, we need to run 1 milliliters, 1.5, 2, 2.53, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times. We do this 5 times in order to be able to have a nicer graph. Okay, that's how we carry out the experiment of the ideal gas law.